everyone, wasting money here. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Tonsen ArtToys Trunks. This one is version B, but it's called Warped Vengeance. So this is a 3.0 figure from Tonsen ArtToys, and then I have the 3.0 trunks from S.H. Figuarts as well. Sadly, I don't have the reissue, so he's got the wobbly legs there. But yeah, let's open this guy up. I mean, the packaging and everything, it looks pretty cool. It even came in a little shipper here as well. But we don't care too much about the packaging here. We're just gonna kind of rip this guy open and see what's in the box here. So yeah, I mean, I pre-ordered this pretty late actually in the game, and I pre-ordered the Kid Buu from Tonsen ArtToys from Omnime as well. So yeah, I did order this off Omnime. It was, I believe, $72 USD plus shipping and everything like that. So came to about $80 once everything was said and done. But I mean, I've heard really good things about this. Back to the Omnime store though, I'm never going to be purchasing from them again. Like I said, I pre-ordered the Kid Buu as well back in January, and I'm still waiting for that. So it says that it's ready to ship, but it's been ready to ship since September 19th. I don't know if any of you guys have ordered off Omnime as well, but it's like anyone who got these from AliExpress pretty much already got their figure months ago. So sorry for kind of being late to the game, but yeah, let's open this guy up and see what all we have here. So yeah, like I said, I got version B. Kind of just want to get him out and get a feel for him, but let's look what's all in the box. So in version B, the main difference is, I believe version A comes with more of the base form heads, I think, and the hair is a little bit different color, as well as the jacket. So I wanted the jacket to kind of match, you know, the 3.0 S.H. Figuarts that I have here. And then the hilt and everything on this sword is silver instead of gold. I really like the gold, so I went with version B. But yeah, let's get him out here. And some people have said the joints have been, you know, like really tight. Myself, I can already see they're super tight joints. So we may dump this guy in some hot water for a little bit. I don't want to break anything really, but yeah, I mean, just like straight out of the box, you can hear like the squeaks and everything. I mean, it just seems really, you know, really tight. Tight, yeah! But yeah, he is really stiff, so I'm gonna get like heat up some water and kind of stick him in there for a little bit. You know, other people, you can use like shock oil and stuff. So the arms feel really good and solid. It's just this leg that's it just feels like really tight, and I don't want to break, you know, any joints and stuff there. So yeah, we'll loosen this guy up before we pose him and get into the articulation and everything. Kind of unfortunate you have to do that, you know, straight out of the box, but I've seen a bunch of people, you know, kind of like oiling these guys up.
Finally, add olive oil to loosen,
so that they don't end up breaking. But I'd say his upper torso is pretty good, honestly. It's just these legs, they're kind of like super tight going up and down. But yeah, let's look what's all in the box here. And of course, you know, we'll do some poses with each thing too. So as far as the face plates go, he has, for the Super Saiyan hair, he has kind of like a scared surprise face. On the figure right now, he's got the serious face, so that looks pretty cool. And then he has a kind of like happy smirk face in Super Saiyan. He has a yelling, like he's doing a blast or slicing type face. And then he has a grunt face. And pretty much likewise for the base heads too. So the base head looks really cool. We'll see if it fits on the S.H. Figuarts as well. And I believe it should probably be able to swap out easily there. But yeah, he has the, you know, like series face and base head, and then same faces from Super Saiyan to base. You know, smirk, yelling, grunting. And then these are, you know, you can switch out the hip type thing there, put his pockets. So if you want his hands in his pocket type look, that's pretty cool. There's his kind of, you know, strap for his sword. I'm not sure what this piece does exactly. I may have to, you know, look to the instructions on that. This is a cool thing, you know, if you want to take his arms off, kind of make him look like he's, you know, taking off his jacket in a cool looking manner. And then for the hands, we have an open palm blast hands. We have two kind of gripping hands for his sword. Either hand, you know, can grip the sword there. That is his, you know, special attack hand, I believe. Same thing with this, you know, it's kind of like the end of the attack there, I believe. And then closed palm, you know, blast. And then he has some extra Super Saiyan hair too that kind of looks like it's going up a bit. Kind of like what we got with the S.H. Figuarts version as well. We got two kind of Super Saiyan hair pieces there. And then he comes with his sword, of course, which, you know, we'll take that out of the sheath and everything and play around with that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the poses when I was going through this. I mean, it was really, you know, I still haven't got him all, you know, spruced up here in the warm water and everything, but let's do that now, and then we'll get into the articulation. All right, y'all, well, I got everything laid out there, and we did put him in some hot water and actually kind of lubed up his joints a little bit. So now you can see, I mean, they move a lot better now. You don't even hear a squeak on this one. Still kind of slight squeak on this one. And even with this arm was kind of squeaking before, but now we don't really hear any of that. So basically what I had to do as well is you take off the legs from the torso here. It was actually kind of hard to do. I recommend, you know, not taking it off until after you've put them in the hot water, but just get some type of, you know, like Vaseline or something. Here I just kind of used a lip balm, but anything that's kind of like a gel that can smooth things out. A lot of people like to use like the silicone shock oil as well, but just kind of try to get it in there, you know, use a toothpick or something. But yeah, so just figured I'd show you guys that just in case. I mean, that shock oil does work best. I've never gotten any. And if you have the Super Saiyan Gohan, like the new one as well, recommend just kind of, you know, putting some shock oil on those legs. Just since those pegs are like so small, these are larger. Hopefully like these won't break with it being that stiff, but when the stuff is like that stiff and squeaking like that, it's really not that good, and it puts a lot of stress on those peg joints and everything. But yeah, let's get them back together here. Let's see, it just snaps on like so. And now we can kind of get into the articulation and looks and everything. But so, I mean, first off, the looks, he looks amazing, and it looks a lot like the, you know, the S.H. Figuarts version. I like how he did the legs and everything. I really don't like how the S.H. Figuarts, I don't like how they do those high kind of, I guess, thighs that go up that high. And then, yeah, I mean, this one is kind of perfect. And then whenever you heat it up as well, if you want to put on the, like the pocket parts, this part of the leg will just come off, and then you can do that. We'll put that on later, but let's just kind of look at the articulation now that we got it all loosened up. So his arms, I mean, he can do a perfect T-pose, perfect split as well with the legs. So I mean, you get a lot of mobility with this 3.0. You can kind of hear some of the squeaking still, but you can you know, bend it pretty good and everything also. And then at the knees and all of that, you know, these bend well. And this leg is, you know, a bit better with all that stuff. The grease or whatever is getting in this leg, so it's getting more mobile as we, you know, mess around with it and stuff. This arm was pretty tight, but the water seemed to do the trick on that one. And then I put a little grease just kind of in there also on this one, because it was like full on squeaking and, you know, kind of loud with that. But yeah, and then he has an awesome ab crunch, so he can go down that far with the abs that far back. And the head crunch, his neck is, you know, pretty large, the faceplate too, so he can't really bend his head much, unfortunately. And then be careful, you know, I was kind of bending the bangs some. Those will probably come off if you mess with them too much. So although it's a really nice looking figure, I mean, there are some of those issues, like, you know, I had to loosen them all up before I could even mess with them and pose them and stuff. So that's kind of a downfall there. I do want to just put the head comes off nicely. I want to see how the base head looks. Yeah, it looks really good, actually. And then I'm curious too. So this is the S.H. Figuarts base head. Let's just see if he has the same neck peg size and everything. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty sweet. And now you can have the, you know, kind of tank top version with the S.H. Figuarts hair. If you have that one, you can have the two trunks versions there with the jacket fully on and then the jacket off. For this part of the jacket, whenever I heated it up as well, these seem to be kind of loose, so it goes pretty well. So these parts of the arms will just come off there, and then they came off pretty easily. I mean, if you didn't heat it up beforehand, it may have been a little bit harder to do, but then these just slide in here. So let's kind of try to put that on, and then yeah, so I think you'll need to kind of put it on like he's actually doing the jacket type thing. Make sure you get the arms turned some, so kind of hard to do on camera, but yeah, I just don't want to break his arms or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, you can just stick them in there more, you know, you got to use a bit of force, unfortunately, but I mean, you can get some really good poses like that. I mean, that looks really cool. Like he's, you know, just taking off his jacket in a cool manner. So yeah, I like that. And I mean, the arms came off pretty easily, and let's see about taking them off. This one seems to be kind of stuck here. Let's just see. I don't want to break anything. There we go. So it popped out. I mean, maybe if you want, before you put this on, you could put a little bit of that shock oil into those, just so that they, you know, the joints pop in easily and everything. But yeah, now let's get his arms back on here. No issue with the arms popping in and everything. Those seem to be pretty good, probably because I heated it up. I mean, you can hear it click good and everything, and then he's good to go back with the arms on already. You kind of hear this arm squeaking still. So here, let me show you something. I'll get set him down there. I'm gonna get this, kind of get it on the toothpick here, and then we'll just put, I'll just put some of that in his kind of armpit there, along that joint, and then we'll just kind of move it around to get it all in there. And then see, now you don't really have a squeak. So yeah, I mean, that shock oil works really well just because it's more of a liquid, less solid than this one. So yeah, now let's look at the other accessories that we have laid out here. So the Sword sash seems to be really cool. I think it goes this way. So there's like a little hole up here, and then this part is actually a magnet. So I think that works really well. On my the S.H. Figuarts version, I actually had to glue that together because it just wouldn't kind of stay on. So let's just kind of clip this to the sword here. It seems to go in pretty well. And then I think, let's see how this works. Okay. So yeah, this will fold over like that. So yeah, bear with me guys. I'm just kind of learning how it goes as we do this together. So yeah, it clips in like that on the back there. And then at the bottom is a magnet. So that's cool, like I mentioned. And then you just kind of gotta feel your way around there. And then boom, I found it. So now it just kind of stays like that. And the magnet is actually pretty strong. So that's a lot better than the S.H. Figuarts version. So that's cool. And then we'll take the sword out of the sheath there. And yeah, I mean, I really like the gold version. I mean, you can probably use, his other sword too, if you want, from S.H. Figuarts. So that's kind of why I got version B, just so I could have like the gold and the silver sheath on the sword. But yeah, I'm really liking this figure so far. I mean, the head swaps are good. I'm curious to see though if the faceplates will kind of swap out. So this is the S.H. Figuarts head, and we'll see if we can put like the base form Trunks heads on the S.H. Figuarts head. And it looks like it's a close fit, but probably not entirely gonna fit. Looks like the faceplates on the Tonsen ArtToys is a little bigger, and you can put the different heads on. So if you want like the faceplates for the Super Saiyan, S.H. Figuarts version, you can put them on the Tonsen body as well. So let's just try that. Make sure that is the case. And yeah, that fits on good. So that's the S.H. Figuarts version, and that's Tonsen. So we'll kind of do a side-by-side comparison too at the end here. But yeah, I mean, you can kind of tell the Tonsen ArtToys head sculpt or the hair color is a little bit more glossier. I do like the S.H. Figuarts hair better. It's got some nice shading to it, and it's not really matte per se, but it's not like that shiny gloss either. So I do prefer the S.H. Figuarts hair color on the Super Saiyan. So maybe kind of swapping heads out every now and then. Who knows? But I do really like the faceplates on the Tonsen one. So, and then last thing was kind of that white piece that we saw earlier. It goes into this big, kind of like sword swing. And then I'm guessing you can just put, one of these stands ends into that to kind of hang it up. Or, what I thought of doing also is you could probably, just like give yourself a little leeway and then slide the actual sword kind of like in between that, clamp it down so that, he's holding the sword and slashing down. So that's a pretty cool effect. And then this sword effect, so there's two little holes there. You can just slide the sword in like that, and then it's kind of like a smaller slash. So yeah, I mean, the effects are really cool on this one. I like the big one and that small one. So that's kind of all of that. Now let's compare the two side by side and just see if there's, any like main differences. All right, y'all. So as you can kind of see, the Tonsen Art Trunks as compared to the other ones, this is the S.H. Figuarts 3.0 as well, Boy from the Future. And this is the Latent Infinite Power in the Saiyan Armor Trunks. So you can see this one is the tallest. But yeah, I mean, I really like the look of this Trunks. The main differences between this one and the 3.0 are some of the faceplates, kind of look different. The faces don't swap out, unfortunately, like we tried earlier, but the two heads do. So here's the head for the Tonsen Art Trunks, and then here's the one from the Boy from the Future on there. So you can kind of see the difference in that hair color. The Tonsen Art is a little bit, you know, kind of like more dark purple-ish, but yeah, I mean, kind of main differences too, like the shoes and everything are a tad different color. And then the hilts, like I said, on the sword is different color as well. I believe you could still kind of swap these out. Let me just try that real quick without, you know, like ruining anything. But yeah, it looks like the, well, never mind, scratch that. So the Tonsen Art Trunks sword is a tad bit larger. We have the effect piece though, and let's see if it fits the S.H. Figuarts. So the effect does fit the S.H. Figuarts sword, although, and the sword I believe for S.H. Figuarts would fit in this hilt too for Tonsen. So you can do a silver sword as well. It looks like, I guess, the Tonsen Art trunk sword is a tad bit larger than the S.H. Figuarts hilt. Yeah, that's kind of a comparison between the two, and even this one there, just for kind of height comparisons. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are you going to be picking this figure up? Overall rating, I'm probably going to give this guy, I mean, I hate to do it to my boy Trunks, but probably only going to give it like an 8.5 out of 10, just because, I mean, from, you know, straight out of the package, you have to kind of get him ready to pose and everything. He was like really tight, really squeaky, but I mean, once you get all that stuff fixed, he's really good, and you know, he poses really well. He comes with a lot of accessories, you know, the magnet and everything. I'm still kind of you know, in shock about that, how he thought of doing that. I thought that was really cool, and I like the fact that, you know, you can put his jacket on like that. You can do the pockets and everything, and the sword, all the face plates, the base heads. So, I mean, for the value, it's really good. Although, you know, if it just came, you know, like straight out of the package, perfect, I mean, he probably would have got like a high 9, maybe like 9.7 or so. But just because of the squeaking and having to kind of doctor him up a bit out of the box, I'm just going to go with that 8.5 rating. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and I'll see everyone next time. Peace.